Hello and welcome back. On today's video, we are going to be discussing how to naturally conceive when you have PCOS. Hello and welcome back to Stronger Than PCOS, where we overcome PCOS one positive thought at a time. I'm Hannah, and I have been in your same exact situation, having PCOS, having all the symptoms, having infertility. In fact, I didn't ovulate by myself for about 10 years, and now having the thought of, wow, I want to start a family either today or someday. How am I going to do it? Well, in this video, I answer it for you. And exactly how I did it and what supplements I took. This is also my 3,000 subscriber giveaway video. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. And I know compared to like the huge YouTubers out there, 3,000 is nothing, but 3,000 is so big in my world. So thank you all. I am appreciative of each and every one of you for being part of this PCOS family. Hearing your stories is such an inspiration for me. And I'm just grateful for you to actually take the time to sit down and watch my videos and interact with me. So thank you all so much for that. Stay tuned to the very end for the supplements that I took specifically to get pregnant with PCOS and for that giveaway. So let's just get right into this video. I want to stress that each of these points are just as important as the rest of them. There's not one that I would say skip out on. Really take to heart each and every one of these tips I give you and implement them in your life. Okay, first thing I want you to know is that you need to realize that if you're on this PCOS journey and you want to conceive, that this is then the time to take to rest and nourish your body. Which brings me to my first point, which is be sure that you are doing light exercise. You want to be moving your body, you want to get the blood pumping, you want everything, all the organs to be getting fresh new blood on a daily basis and have that oxygen going to every part of your body. But you also want to be sure that you aren't overdoing it to where your body is constantly repairing itself from the damage that has been done through exercise. And I know most people don't say damage because it repairs it, but in a sense, when you overexercise, when you're lifting heavy weights, your body is having to repair the damage done by that. That is why you have muscle building and or muscle growth, and that is why you tend to lean out. So this is not the time for extreme exercises. I know, and a lot of people suggest, like with PCOS, especially if you have the PCOS where you tend to be overweight, that this is the time to shed the weight and all that stuff. I'm here to tell you, no. Light exercise. Keep your body moving, keep it light, keep it enjoyable. Next tip is include fertility foods in your diet. I made a separate video on this a long time ago, sorry, and I've seen it and it's super cheesy, so I'm just gonna say sorry for that, but all those foods are vitally important if you want to conceive really anyone wanting to conceive, but especially if you have PCOS. So I'll link that video down below or possibly somewhere around me. But those foods you want to incorporate on a daily basis. But incorporating those foods, they help support the body, they help nourish the body, they help with hormone production or hormone balance. And I just do it. These include greens. The one thing I didn't mention in that video, which I'm going to do a separate video about anyways, is cinnamon. You want to take specifically Ceylon Cinnamon, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll leave it down below. But that is the cinnamon that specifically has proven to affect insulin resistance and blood sugar levels. And so you want it Ceylon Cinnamon. I can't even talk now. I'm not even going to try. You get it. Lots of greens, obviously green smoothies, green juices are going to get the most greens into your body in a convenient, easy way. You want to be eating clean. You want to ditch the processed junk. Yes, here and there, that's fine. But right now, the more nourishing foods, whole foods you get, the better. Ditch the dairy, ditch the gluten, ditch anything that you feel your body isn't agreeing with after eating it. Greasy foods, vegetable oils, GMOs. Ditch all of those and incorporate whole plant-based foods that are very nutritious, nutrient dense. And I recommend, especially if you are in the middle of the like wanting to get pregnant soon, that you incorporate a lot of good healthy fats like avocado and nuts, seeds, butters, butters, I mean nut butters or seed butters, coconut meat, all of that kind of, those good fats. When it comes to preparing for conception, you are basically having a conversation with your body saying, hey, I'm ready for this baby. All my habits are in line to grow a baby. And yes, in a sense, it's kind of unfair because there are plenty of women out there who accidentally get pregnant, not even trying. They don't even have healthy habits. But us with PCOS, we do. And that's just how it is. So the next one you want to do is be sure you're getting enough hydration. Be sure you're getting enough water. I know you hear this time and time again, but that is because it is very, very important. Your body needs to know that you have easy access to plenty of water for your womb and for a person growing inside of you. So be sure lots and lots of hydration. I recommend right when you get up drinking plenty of water. I started out with about 1 cup because this was a kind of a hard habit to incorporate years ago for me. And I started out with 1 cup and then I moved it to 2, and now I'll get about 4 cups of water in right after I wake up or, before breakfast. So hydrate. Next is, are you eating enough calories? Even if you are on the overweight end of PCOS, I find that when I've been around some people who are overweight, they're actually not getting enough calories. So sometimes they have, the habit of binging, so where they'll limit calories and then they'll binge and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get into that, but I'm saying you want to be sure you're getting enough calories. And in fact, this was one of the things I had to work on to regain my fertility, was eating enough calories and getting those calories from nutrient-dense foods and enough fats, because I don't really know why it is. Some people, I see super skinny chicks get pregnant easily, and then I see some that don't, and then I see overweight women who get pregnant easily and some that don't. So it's just all dependent on your body. But for me, and just, I know growing a child in general, your body again needs to know, hey, I have plenty of food surrounding me to grow a human being and keep my baby safe and me safe. So be sure you are getting enough calories in. Next tip is mindset. So specifically, you want to be, I remember when I was in like the stage of wanting a baby, I would just watch any YouTube video that said like pregnancy test reveal and blah, blah, blah. And I would do this, or I'd watch like sad videos of, PCOS struggles or whatever. You want to let go of any of that. I had to start, I'm telling you, this is a big one. They're all big ones, but this is a big one. I had to start making sure I'd go in the comments and make sure the video I was watching was a positive pregnancy test. Because the more you see that image play out, even though you're watching it for a separate person, you get in that same mood as them. You share the same emotions. You see the scene. You're in it. You're living it. And the more you live it with the positive pregnancy test as opposed to the other, the more it brings that opportunity to you, the more your mind is open to it. I know this is like, for some of you, you're like, this is mumbo jumbo. Take it from a girl. Take it from a girl who changed it and it happened. So be sure you're filling your mind with imagery and positive pregnancy test videos, positive pregnancies, just in general. And be sure you have your set of positive affirmations, mantras you say to yourself. I am fertile. You can even say, I am pregnant. Like, seriously, tell yourself that and be like, whoa. Like, really feel it and get into it and see yourself saying it to your friends and how they're going to react. See it saying it to your spouse. How are they going to react? Really get into it. I have a visualization I used most nights before I went to bed, visualizing myself pregnant and how it felt. I have a separate video on that. I'll link below or around here. And I would get so, at first it felt weird. And then one night I remember doing it and getting goosebumps. Like I was like, oh my gosh, I have life growing inside of me. And then I remember the first night after I got the real positive pregnancy test and being like, holy, like it's, this whole image I have painted for myself is panning out. So really use the visualization, use your positive affirmations, meditate on it, watch those positive pregnancy test videos. I'm telling you, they do a number to your emotional well-being, your physical well-being, and your reality. Now, if you're the type of girl who sees that and has negative emotions, you really, really want to work on that, because I had that, I was feeling that way at a certain point in my PCOS journey, and the more I learned, being in that state of mind towards others and being bitter and sour towards seeing others getting pregnant while you're not, just reaffirms in your reality that you don't want that. Even though I know you do, that's the message and the feeling you're giving out when you're seeing positive pregnancy tests with other people, or pregnancies, or belly bumps, or friends and families getting pregnant. You really, really, really dig deep down in your heart and be excited for that to be you, and be excited for them, because you know you're yearning for it. Even if it was easy for them, even if it was a surprise for them, even if, I know this, I ran into some of these, they're not happy about their pregnancy, dig down deep in your heart and be like, I am happy for them, and I am excited that that will be me soon. That is the mindset you have to switch. That is a big, I know it's easier said than done, but I promise, girl, work on it and it'll become easier, and you'll just watch things change around you, and you'll watch you get that positive pregnancy test. Okay, next is similar to the mindset aspect. Well, it is kind of, but have fun. I was losing that in my TTC journey. I realized, I was like, what am I doing? This has become a job. This has become something sad. And that is not what bringing life into this world is all about. Whether you end up having a pregnancy, whether you end up adopting, whether you end up doing IVF or any of that stuff, it should still be like you're bringing a soul into this world. You're caring for the soul, even if you're not the one bringing it in. You get me? So have fun. That's what this world is created for. It's to experience life and all it has, the good and the bad, and the struggles and the successes. Enjoy it and have fun on this journey, and be excited for that positive pregnancy test. And really just, at the end of the day, let it go to God. I can't stress this enough of just letting go. And I remember hearing this too. When you finally just let it go, you'll get pregnant. I'm not saying that'll be the case, because a lot of people let it go very forcefully. Like, fine, I'm not, this isn't working for me, blah, blah. That's not letting it go. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you say, God or whoever or whatever, even if you don't believe anything, the universe, it's here. So whether you believe in the universe, well, you kind of have to. God, I give this up to you. It is in your hands. I know you know the best time for this to come into my life, for a baby to come into my life. It is in your hands, and I trust you to bring that baby into my life at the perfect time. All right, that brings us to the supplements. This one is a vegan omega. You definitely want to be taking one of these if you have PCOS or if you're TTCing. I highly recommend the vegan omega because it is free of all the toxins that typically fish have. Basically, fish don't actually just have omegas. Like, I always thought that. But they actually eat an algae, and that algae has the omegas. So this just takes out the middleman, the fish, and puts it right into a capsule form. I recommend this brand in particular because it doesn't have an ingredient that most have, which is called carrageenan, which can upset the digestive system and be an irritant and an like promote inflammation. So this one is, like I said, my fave. I will link it down below. Next one you want is a vitamin D supplement, vitamin K. Most girls with PCOS are deficient in vitamin D, especially if you live in an area where there's not much sunshine, or if you're the type of person who just lathers on sunscreen. We actually need a little bit of sun, if not a good amount. And so the vitamin D plus K really takes care of that. And again, this one is the brand I have just gravitated to right here. Next one is a probiotic. I am out of my probiotic right now, and the one I'm using is not the one I used while I was TTCing. Just because this one my son can take as well, and it's easy for him. Not gonna get into that. But you want a high quality probiotic. I'll link the one I like below. And also, you want to be sure if you have a certain imbalance in your system as far as hormones go. My son's potty is going off. My son's not here. That's kind of creepy. We're just gonna move on. We're gonna move past that. But for me, I had a bit higher testosterone, so I made sure that I was taking spearmint tea every single day. I would have about 1 cup to 2 cups each morning, each night. But depending on yours, you may have something going on with your thyroid, or you may have a lack of estrogen, or you may have a lack of progesterone. And this can come through many times if you've had multiple miscarriages. Your body might not be making enough progesterone. So in that case, I would say progesterone cream. I'm not a doctor. This is just stuff I've learned along the way and what I found works. So take what you will from it, but progesterone cream, a high quality one of those. Next is a Wholefoods Vitamin. You want to be sure it's Whole Foods, because if it does not say Wholefoods Vitamin on it, that means it's a chemical form of the vitamin. It's actually like a synthetic vitamin that the body reacts similar to, but no one knows how the body reacts to that in long term, so that's why I always just recommend a Wholefoods Vitamin. Okay, giveaway time. So I am so excited. I actually reached out to this company because I was just so impressed by the quality and the potency and the effectiveness of this product. These products are specifically designed for women with PCOS wanting to conceive naturally. Ovaboost and Fertilaid. So this is made by a company called Fairhaven Health. They actually have a full website of just everything fertility and women's health. And they have so many things there specifically for women with PCOS, which I think is amazing. I couldn't find that anywhere else. And when I came upon their site, actually got it from a book, Taking Charge of Your Fertility. Highly recommend you read it, especially if you have, well, everyone probably watching this video has PCOS, but especially if you're wanting to conceive or take control or learn more about the reproductive system. And it's a very eye-opening book. It had so much information there I had never heard, and it recommended this site to go to. So I was like, done, I'm going to it. And these two are the ones I took on the month I finally conceived. They're doctor designed specifically for women. This one's complete vitamin and antioxidant support, promotes hormonal balance and reproductive wellness. That's the Fertilaid one. I made a video on this right after, a little bit after I conceived. I will link the video below on how to take these specifically. But I wanted to go a little more in depth. I realized there were a few things I wanted to say in this video that I didn't in that video. And the next one is, like I said, this was the Fertilaid. This one's the Ovaboost. This supports egg quality, ovarian function, and promotes a healthy ovulatory cycle. Now they actually have another herbal vitamin supplement that they didn't even offer when I was there. And I'm not sure if it includes these in it. I don't think so, but it sounded like a daily vitamin just for PCOS women to take. However, I have not taken it personally, so I didn't want to come on here and say like, go do it, it works, because I can't speak for it. But for these, I can speak, these work, especially when you include them in the rest of my tips. You will get these two if you win the giveaway, and in order to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is comment down below, stronger than PCOS, like this video, and share one of my videos. I know a lot of times when I've seen giveaway videos, it'll be like, share this video, and I'll be just a little bit hesitant because I'll be embarrassed to. I'll just be quite honest. So just share any video you feel comfortable sharing, and you will be put in there. And 3 weeks from now, I will announce the winner. So I did have a question about international entries. I need to double check on that, and I will let you know in the comments below. So I'm gonna do my research on that. It's in the next few days, and I will let you know within the next few days. Also, one other thing I wanted to add to this video, and that is seed cycling. I also incorporated that when I naturally conceived my son. I can do a separate video on that. Let me know in the comments below if you would like a separate video on seed cycling specifically and why it works. Alright, you all, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me like always. I hope you joined the giveaway, and I hope and pray that this video affected you in some way, in a positive way obviously, or another. If it did, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up. And baby dust to you all. I pray for you all every night. Anyone in the fertility journey with PCOS, I know what you're going through, and I'm with you. So stay strong. Until next time, remember, you are stronger than PCOS.